Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you 7 ways on how to fill a sketchbook quickly. After I did my 1-week sketchbook tour, I realized a lot of surprising things that I hadn't thought about before. I didn't record any of the drawings I did in my sketchbook, but instead you can see a watercolor and color pencil piece emerging in this video. First, and this tip is surprisingly important, learn how to draw quick studies. I know that sounds strange, but I really mean it that way. I'm a vivid follower of a lot of traditionally trained artists on Instagram, and I noticed that they managed to draw a study within 15 minutes that looks better than everything I ever did. Since I didn't learn anything in my art school, many of the techniques that traditionally trained artists use are still secrets to me. So everything that I can do is study their work. Great examples of artists who draw amazing quick sketches are Eliza Ivanova and Dave Mellon, who I already mentioned in my 1-week sketchbook tour. These two came to mind, but there are many other highly skilled artists whose art can give you an idea on how to draw beautiful sketches quickly. The main thing that they do differently from amateur artists is that they think in shapes and 3-dimensional forms instead of lines. They mostly don't erase their lines, they use charcoal sticks to fill in large areas quickly, they draw loosely and rough, and only erase with a pencil eraser to create highlights. Of course, there's a lot more to their technique, but just trying to emulate their way of sketching is super helpful. It will train your eye and will bring you a step closer to become a better artist. Two, make an easy composition. How about a simple line art drawing of something cute or funny, like a kitten or a bumblebee, in the middle of the page? Don't touch the rest of the page and let all the attention be drawn to your line art. Have you ever noticed what a strong effect a logo, a symbol, or a minimalistic piece of art can have? A good piece of art doesn't mean that you need an overwhelming amount of details. Draw something that is inherently interesting, eye-catching or meaningful, surround it with white space and watch the powerful impression it will have on the viewer. Don't overdo it, of course, but you can easily break up a series of elaborate pages with more effortless ones. Well, since there are no rules in art, you can of course overdo it and make it to the theme of your entire sketchbook, a simple but powerful line drawing on every page. Maybe you can even tell a story that unfolds with every new page. 3. Forget about the order. For my part, I'm pretty terrified to mess up the first page of my sketchbook, so I never start there. I like to start somewhere in the middle, then skip some pages so that I have the feeling that I already filled up a couple of pages and the task of completing the sketchbook feels less daunting to me. I know that might sound silly, but sometimes little things can trick your mind into becoming more relaxed and productive. 4. Forget about drawing. Just because it's a sketchbook doesn't mean it has to be filled with drawings exclusively. You can draw on one page and write something on the other page. For example, paint a tiger lily and write about your drawing experience. Don't worry if you have a horrible handwriting. This makes it even more charming to accompany your art. 5. Use washi tape, stickers and fabric to make collages around your sketch, or dedicate an entire double page to it. This is probably the easiest way to fill a page in your sketchbook. 6. Make abstract pages. My favorite way to make abstract patterns is to fill in an area with watercolor, scatter salt over it and let it dry. The resulting pattern looks like a starry sky. You can also sprinkle and splash watery or almost dry watercolor over your page and watch how they create different patterns. 7. I forgot the most important thing. Choose a small sketchbook and one with only a few pages. Better even, make your own sketchbook. It's super easy. I did one myself. Check the link in the description to see the video. You get to choose the paper you can work with the best, and you can decide how many pages you want to fill to make the project less daunting and more probable for you to actually complete it. If you don't have a problem with the number of pages, then go for a sketchbook with a regular amount of pages. This tip is only for people who are very busy or need instant gratification, which unfortunately applies to me. I hope these tips are helpful for you and you are now inspired to draw or even create a sketchbook yourself. The painting of this video is one of 3 girls that I created for the Bad Apple Artists Collective auction in November. This run is already sold, but you can find a limited edition of fine art prints in my online shop. I will also have a real-time tutorial about how I painted her face up on my Patreon page in a couple of days. In this painting series, I consciously chose no Caucasian-looking models as my subjects, because I want to make an active effort to enrich the art scene with more diversity. Don't forget to leave a comment, hit like and subscribe to my channel. For in-depth painting tutorials, head over to my Patreon page and select the $5 reward tier. You get instant access to over 30 painting tutorials, which you can download, insights into my work in progress, helpful art material posts, and I answer all of your questions. For $10 a month, you get exclusive access to my live stream and real-time painting videos. For $15 and more, you get beautiful art surprises, fine art prints, original watercolor illustrations, and much more.